Your brain is constantly under attack. Notifications, deadlines, and an endless to-do list pull you in a million directions. But what if I told you there's an ancient method to quiet the noise, sharpen your focus, and finally start crushing your goals? This isn't another quick fix hack or a fleeting dose of motivation. It's a powerful system rooted in Eastern philosophy, the Lotus Method, designed to transform scattered thoughts into deep clarity. Miss this, and you might stay trapped in distraction forever. Watch till the end, and you'll unlock the key to mental mastery. Let's begin. Meet Zach. He's ambitious, just like you. Big dreams, clear goals. He wants to get fit, excel in his career, and improve his personal life. But every time he tries to take action, something pulls him back. It's not a lack of motivation. He consumes all the self-help content, podcasts, books, motivational videos. Yet when it's time to act, he finds himself scrolling mindlessly on his phone. Sound familiar? Zach is trapped in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. He knows what's happening but can't break free. The truth? This isn't just a Zach problem. It's a human problem. Every time we face something uncomfortable or challenging, our mind craves an escape. Social media, gaming, daydreaming. It all feels easier than doing the hard work. Eastern philosophy describes this as monkey mind, a restless, untamed force that jumps from one distraction to another. Even Buddha said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your unguarded thoughts." So how do we tame this chaos and finally regain control? This is where the Lotus Method begins. Not by fighting your mind, but by understanding it. Zach realizes something. Forcing himself to work harder isn't working. So he searches for deeper wisdom and discovers the teachings of Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu spoke of Wu Wei, the art of non-resistance. By letting it go, it all gets done. At first, this sounds confusing. How does letting go lead to getting things done? But then it clicks. Zach has been fighting against himself. What if instead of forcing hard work, he could move with the flow of life? The Lotus Method teaches that resistance isn't something to crush with brute force. It's something to release. Instead of viewing difficult tasks as enemies, Zach begins to see them as a natural part of the process. And the moment he stops fighting, his work feels lighter, his mind feels clearer, and he starts making real progress without the inner war. But there's one more piece of the puzzle. Zach's mind still feels restless, so he explores Zen Buddhism and the practice of Zazen. At first, it sounds too simple. Just sit in silence. But when he tries, his mind races even more. He's been so used to constant action that the idea of stillness feels unnatural. Then he stumbles upon the words of Zen Master Dogen. If you cannot find truth right where you are, where else do you expect to find it? Zach realizes something powerful. Mental clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being still. Just like a lake settles when the wind stops, his mind settles when he embraces stillness. In these moments of silence, he stops overthinking and finally sees his challenges clearly. But stillness alone isn't enough. Zach remembers the Shaolin monks, masters of both meditation and action. They didn't just sit and reflect. They trained, moved, and executed, all with complete focus. Zach understands now. Meditation without action leads to stagnation. Action without reflection leads to burnout. The key is balance. So he starts applying intentional action, not doing 100 things at once, but doing one thing at a time with full focus. Instead of multitasking, he pours his full energy into each task, just like a Shaolin monk mastering a kata. And suddenly, things that once felt overwhelming now feel manageable. Zach is making steady progress, but as time passes, he grows impatient. Despite all his effort, the results aren't coming as fast as he hoped. Frustration creeps in. Then he remembers the symbol of his journey, the lotus flower. A lotus doesn't bloom overnight. It pushes through the mud, growing slowly before it blossoms. Growth is the same. True transformation takes time, so he stops obsessing over instant results, and instead, trusts the process. Because the ones who succeed aren't the ones who rush. They're the ones who stay patient, stay focused, and keep going. It's a path to mental clarity, focus, and deep transformation. Start applying these 5 steps today. 1. Understand your mind. Recognize resistance instead of fighting it. 2. Embrace the flow. Stop forcing and move with life. 3. Cultivate stillness. Find clarity through quiet reflection. 4. Take intentional action. Focus on one thing at a time. 5. Be patient. Trust the process and let growth unfold naturally. This is the secret to unlocking greatest potential.